Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Diamonds and Washi. My name is Katie. Today I have two ready-to-ship kits to share with you from Jaded Gem Shop. First, we're going to be taking a look at the kit Violet Violence by Evaroseart and then Enchanted Frost by Lioba Brückner. These are both going to be pixel charted kits, so they're going to have a nice polished hand charted look to them. And if you're curious about the difference between these and also interested to see how they look finished, I will have a number of different review videos linked in the description box below. I have completed several kits from Jaded Gem Shop, and I know how helpful it can be to actually see a completed kit and hear someone's thoughts on what the process was of working on those kits. So while this video is just going to be an unboxing, I do have several review videos, like I said, that'll be linked below that hopefully you'll also find helpful. We're going to be taking a look at these, and I will also be giving you some details about what the process of ordering from Jaded Gem Shop is like, because if you've never ordered from a small shop before, sometimes the process can be a little bit different, well, or a lot different from ordering from Amazon or Walmart or even a bigger diamond painting shop. So I want to cover that, but if it's okay with you, I'm going to talk about it more a little bit later in the video. We'll start with the kits themselves and we'll get into that a little later on. So we have the kits in these white boxes with Jaded Gem Shop branding there, and on the end of the box, there is a thumbnail of the artwork, actually the render, I think, and the name, and then the SKU, which has some actual helpful info in it, like the 65-85 there. That tells us that the size on this one is going to be 65 by 85 centimeters. So let's open this up. These were sent to me to share with you guys. Of course, I want to make sure you know, full disclosure. I will still do my very, very best, as always, to try to give you my honest thoughts. And sorry, I'm trying to see where this is not connected. So I think that did it. Let me try that again. A number of the post reviews that you'll see below, though, are from kits that I purchased, if that helps. But yeah, these two were sent to me to share. Okay, so when you get your kit, going to pull it out. It's going to have the canvas wrapped around the diamonds, and if you decided to include a toolkit, that's usually tucked in here as well. So we'll kind of get all the pieces out here first, get the canvas unrolled, and then I'll talk about what all is included. Washi tape, there's probably a loose cover minder in here too. There it is. And then a giant old sleeve of diamonds. So we'll get to those in a bit. I'm gonna roll this backwards, give you guys a good look at this canvas first and foremost. Of course, we're upside down now. This is, like I said, called Violet Violence. And if you're like, I don't get it, that's okay. It's fan art from a book called Fourth Wing. And if I've read it, it's been a little while, and this is of that particular character. So here's a look at the rendering. Sorry, I've got you diagonal. I thought you could see more of it that way, but let me do you kind of more straight on. And you, my gosh, I can see the color blocking from here, which makes me so happy. It's one of the things I do like most about Jaded Gem Shop's hand-charted kits. Look at the dragons. I love it. Okay, so we've got our canvas. I'll show you up close more on that in a moment. These did not come with a basic toolkit, but they do come with a roll of washi tape as well as a random, usually fruit-themed cover minder. If you're wondering how you can use washi tape with diamond painting, I will have a video linked below if you want to see a demo, but in short, I use this around the border of my painting to cover up any glue that goes past the edge of the drill field. I also do like to use washi tape to section off my canvas, create specific sections. I put it on top of the plastic and then can cut along the washi tape lines, and then I have a designated area to work within. This is a cover minder. There's magnets on the back, and you can use this to hold back the plastic while you're working on a particular area. So there is that. She also gives you some, this is called release paper, and this is safe to put on the glue. And this is more for if you just don't particularly like the feel of the plastic, you can use this instead. It also can work for sectioning off your kit too, so you can take off the plastic cover or fold it back in areas and use this instead. Also included is going to be a sticker sheet, and either the original artwork or the digital render will be printed over here. In this case, it's the render. This is a set of pre-cut sticker labels with all of our colors and the quantity for each color. So the number in this right-hand column is going to be the DMC code. It comes from the DMC brand of floss, like in cross stitch. most diamond painting companies use this color code system. Jaded Gem Shop puts their special drills here at the end, so it looks like we're gonna have 3 glimmer drills, which, like I said, we'll look at in a little bit. So 62 colors in total in this one. Not huge. Now, something to note with their pixel charted or hand charted kits is that these are going to be available in one size. Well, technically one size per drill shape. It is available to get in both square and round drills. I think the square drill version is the only one that's ready to ship. Round drill would be made to order, have a longer turnaround time and stuff. But because round drills are slightly bigger than square drills, that's why if you get this version in round drills, it's going to be a little bit bigger dimensions wise, but pixel for pixel, it's going to be identical. It's going to be the same image, the same pixel art render, just a little bit bigger size. But if you get it with square drills, it's going to be this size, 65 by 85 centimeters. They're not hand charting these pieces in multiple sizes. Looking up close, I'll give you a sense for what their kits are like. So branding, socials, and of course the artist and the name of the piece. What's really important to know is that Jaded Gem Shop does legally license all of their artwork, which means they're getting the artist permission to use this as a diamond painting and also are compensating them. And my understanding is that Jaded Gem Shop is actually really incredibly generous with how much they're compensating their artists, and that is one of the reasons you'll see the price point be what it is, and just wanted to mention that. Now the canvas, I have a black cat. It's Void Kitty, just fur glitter everywhere, I'm sorry. But the canvas material, it's a thick canvas. It's got this short lint, soft lint kind of backing to it. Has a nice weight to it, lays flat well. You guys saw me roll it backwards and didn't hurt the canvas or the glue. She uses a really sticky poured glue on her kits. I never have any complaints at all about her glue. And then there's a thick plastic cover on there. And then as far as like a legend goes, this company only has their legend down here at the bottom, and it's usually sideways. So you've got the thumbnail, the skew, and then the legend here. To be totally honest with you, in a kit that is bigger like this one, I am never going to look at this legend. I'm going to use the sticker labels. And when I'm working on a section, I'm like, okay, I need, the number 0. I'm not even gonna look at the legend. I'm just gonna go from here to looking at my containers and find the sticker label with that symbol. So, but I know some of you do use a legend, and this may or may not work for you. So I just wanted to mention that that's how that works with this company. Now, looking up close, I want to give you a sense for what's the symbol clarity like and how is the color blocking versus confetti. Now, color blocking is where you have a lot of the same color, often literally a block of the same color. I'll give you a better example when we get to the top. If that's, right here actually. Block of the same color or symbol in a small area. So if you wanted to, you could grab a multi-placer and zip right through that. You'll also have that color in your tray for longer. So areas like that will typically go faster. The opposite of color blocking is confetti, and I'll give you an example here in I think it's her hair, yeah? So her hair has more confetti or more color changes in a small area, so you're gonna be changing the color out in your tray more often and probably doing more in the way of single placing. So confetti usually takes a bit longer to do. There's her face. It looks a little stark to me from the render on here. But I'm curious to see what it looks like with drills down. I'm hoping that'll kind of soften it up a little bit maybe. I do know that Jade does all the digital renderings herself, so I appreciate the time and the effort that must go into it. And renderings are often going to be the thing that really sets different companies apart from each other. At this point in the game, a lot of companies have very, very similar canvas quality, drill quality, glue quality, that kind of thing. So what makes a difference for me, and if I want to work on a kit from a company, is usually what the rendering style is like, or how they're translating the original artwork into diamond painting form. And while some companies may be your taste and others may not be, I might have similar tastes to you or different. So I tend to like Jaded Gem Shop's hand-charted kits. I like that I can see the mock-ups on the website so that I can decide that way first. And I like that... Sorry, I'm just doing a quick measurement. We're true to size here. I do like the crisp, clean lines and the color blocking I can do when it comes to a hand-charted kit. really quick, before we look at the drills, since we're talking about rendering, I'm talking your ear off about it right at the moment. I just want to mention that Jaded Gem Shop offers 2 different kinds of rendering styles, and there is a pretty big difference. The kits you're seeing today are going to be hand-charted kits, and like I said, lots of clean lines, crisp lines, really clear details, both up close and far away. It has a distinct look to it. The other kind of rendering style they offer is, I think they're calling it hybrid charting, and it is more heavily computer charted, usually with some hand touch-ups. And those kits are going to have a lot more confetti. They're going to have a much softer finished look, and it's still trying to be as true to the original artwork as possible, but it just is going to have a softer vibe. And like I said, a lot of confetti. So I have a comparison video I did, the same artwork that Jaded Gem Shop offers in both rendering styles, so you can see for yourself and decide what you like. Obviously, there are, or maybe not obviously, maybe you don't know, but there are a lot more artworks available as hybrid charted versions on Jaded Gem Shop's website compared to hand charted. They have continuously increased their hand charted offerings and try to release at least a couple each week, but they're also able to release a lot more in the hybrid charted versions because they're a lot less time and labor intensive to do. So that's the reason you might get a hybrid charted rather than a hand charted version, is because a lot of the artwork on their website is only available in the hybrid computer charted version. So I like to wait and get the hand charted versions of artwork if I can, if they become available. And there are ways to pay to have specific artwork done in a hand charted version if it hasn't been before. And all those details are on the website. So, okay, let me stop preaching at you about that and let's talk about drills. So we have this big strand of drills, and FYI, sometimes Jaded Gem Shop kits will come with their drills packed like this. Sometimes, though, they will come in smaller packages, and the packets will be a mix of different sizes. I don't really like that particular way of packaging, honestly. That's usually how it'll come if you get one of the computer charted versions or get like a made to order one. But I think because this is ready to ship, like ordered more in bulk, I think that's why we're getting the strands like this. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that depending on what you get, the packaging style, the drills might look different. Okay. Let's see. Oh, these are, okay. So these are going to be in DMC order. I'm going to show you one. Well, it kind of like goes backwards. So the DMC code's printed on here, and you can see that these are square drills. I'm going to give you kind of a look at most of these colors. And some of these colors, they're going to have multiple packs of. So like this 159, this gray color, we have multiple packs with a variety of different amounts of drills in them. And yeah, so here's been my experience with Jaded Gem Shop square drills. And I've told her as much too, which is one of the things I do appreciate, is I feel like Jaded Gem Shop is pretty receptive to feedback. And I've been really frank with her sometimes when I've completed a kit, and you'll see it in my post reviews, that occasionally, it's usually the light colors, often in skin tones, I will have really trash prone drills. Sometimes the 310 can be really problematic. She and her manufacturer are trying to troubleshoot and figure this out. But yeah, just know that if you run into that issue, it's not just you. Please let Jaded Gem Shop know so that they are aware when you're contacting them, by the way, and I'll mention this at the end too in case you're skipping ahead. Contact them using the chat feature on their website. I guess their email has been kind of unreliable lately as far as like the server filtering stuff out as spam or something. So just what I've seen her say is, please, if you can, message her using the chat feature on the Jaded Gem Shop website, and that is actually getting through to her. So yeah, it's a little bit of a toss-up for me. Sometimes, I would say for me, the majority of the time, the majority of the colors are great. But there are often some trash-prone colors that drive me a little nuts. Okay, we have some random straggler bags here. This is actually an example of how your drills may come if you get a made-to-order kit. And that is, you'll see different sizes of bags. I really kind of hate this style of packaging, honestly. But I also, it's not a deal breaker for me personally, but I also just, not gonna lie, it's not my favorite. But yeah, overall, I would say their drills are really good. Either they're really good or there's some trash. So anyway, okay, we have the start of some glimmer drills in here, so I want to show you guys that. So the first one that we have is this really pretty aqua glimmer diamond. We have 3 bags of it. G775. Let me zoom you in. So these glimmer diamonds have what looks like a fine silver glitter coating brushed on the top of them. It just gives them a little, like, it looks, I don't know, like frosted or something kind of effect. It's really pretty. It's a subtle shimmer. It's not super in your face. She does have some other special drills that you'll sometimes see in kits. This kit just has glimmer, and this is just going to be a subtle shimmer. And in these hand-charted kits, I know that she tries to be really deliberate about picking just the right special drill for just the right specific areas. So I do appreciate that. Next up, we have G3822. This one's kind of a pale mustard yellow, I would say. We have 2 bags of this one. It's a little more, it's a tiny bit more yellow in camera than it is in person, actually. That's why I'm saying more of a mustard color. And then the last special drill is G3865, which we have this random little straggler bag down here of. And this is just a classic white glimmer drill. It looks like just a fine silvery glitter coating on the top there. Let's take a look. I do always like to check and see where special drills are going to be at. So let me take just a really quick peek ahead of you and I'll be right back. So this is actually pretty straightforward. Let's start down here at the bottom and we'll work our way up. So in her hair, we've actually got the light blue and the white glimmer drill all throughout. So they're right next to each other. So her hair is going to have a really pretty shimmery effect. It's also on this side in her hair. And then let's see, in the camera, this is the underside of her arm where it hits the light. That's the yellow glimmer diamond. And the book here, the pages are the yellow glimmer diamond right there. Her eyes have a couple of white glimmer diamonds in the centers of each of them. And then the blue in her hair is the kind of aqua blue glimmer diamond. And then the side of the tree, this yellow color facing the light is all that really pale mustard yellow glimmer diamond. Zayden's name is outlined in yellow glimmer diamonds too. So I really like the idea that where the light is hitting things, that's where the special drills are. In my mind, that makes actually a lot of sense. So I like seeing that on the side of the tree. It's also on the side of this tree going up is the mustard yellow glimmer diamond. And then as we get up in here, this pale blue sky here and here is going to be our pale blue glimmer diamond. And this color just under it, it looks kind of more ivory in camera, but that is going to be our 3865 glimmer diamond, which is more of like a white color. So these two are going to be right next to each other. It's like blue and white right there. A little bit of shimmer in the sky. And I think... yeah, and then we have the yellow kind of going on up here, and it's this yellow line here. And it continues up this side of the tree and stops about there. So that's where the special drills are in this one. It's not terribly heavy-handed. I do like it. I like the subtle effect of that. So that is an in-depth look at Violet Violence by Evaroseart from Jaded Gem Shop. Like I said, this is the one size that it's offered in, which is 65 by 85 centimeters. But there's quite a lot of color blocking in the tree, in the sky, even down like here in the grass, there's patches of color blocking. So I really do think this is going to move along pretty quickly. And I'm pretty sure that I've seen some people finish it already. If you are in the All Things Jaded Gem Shop Facebook group, you can check there for some pictures of completed kits. And she also has reviews on the website, but to be honest with you, I'm not sure how much people have been making use of those. We could always check there too, especially for the ready to ship and hand charted kits like this one. I think there's a decent chance you might see a review of the completed kit there. So anyway, that's the first kit we're going to be looking at today. I am going to pack this up really quick and then we'll take a look at Enchanted Frost. I'll be right back. So Enchanted Frost is by the artist Lioba Brückner, and this is an artist that used to be at another diamond painting shop before they shut down. And I had reached out to Jaded Gem Shop after that happened and said, I just feel like this artist could be a really good fit for your shop with the styles and stuff that you carry. And so yeah, they signed with Jade, and now we have this among several other gorgeous pieces from them. So we're going to open this one up. It is smaller than Violet Violence. What did it say on here? Let me check again. 50 by 70. So not a ton smaller, but small enough that we get the slightly smaller box. So there is that. Did I get all sides? I think I did. Okay, let's take a peek. This one will have a lot of the same features as the last kit did, but just in case you fast forwarded to see this one specifically, I'll try to recap them even still. Let me pull out the different pieces to this, and we'll take a look at those in a minute. Ooh, I see some metallics, or maybe some crystals in this one. Ooh, this can be pretty. This, I believe, is also available in their ready to ship section. If it does sell out, then you can place an order to grab it made to order instead. But here's this beautiful piece. Now, I want to put your mind at ease right away, assuming that your eyes went to the same thing mine just did, which is her face and what looks like incredibly stark colors. And I've seen this happen with different kits from different companies before, and my initial reaction is, oh no, but I want to show you why it is that way. So for one, there is going to be some stylized colors there for sure. But if you're looking at this, this is the digital rendering. This is a better representation of what the colors of the drills are actually going to look like when they're on the canvas. What we have here that you're seeing is symbols that are making this look extra stark, particularly when you look at, you have these slightly darker colored backgrounds, but then the actual symbol, like the X here, takes up a lot more space and just makes that color, it throws a much darker shade to me. And so I just am convinced that this is not going to look this stark once it's completed. I'm pretty sure I have seen this one completed in the All Things Jaded Gem Shop group. So that is the other reason I'm feeling relatively confident in saying I think this is going to be okay rendering wise, even though the printing on the canvas of the symbols is a little, So this is, by the way, this is the sticker sheet. Actually a similar thing going on in the background. The background here, you see there's like a dark blue and then a slightly less dark blue. On the canvas, there's this super stark difference between these two colors, and it's just because of the symbol printing. So anyway, that was a really weird TED Talk to tangent off onto. Let's go back to this. So here is the artwork. We have a sticker sheet again, just 39 colors in this one, so less than the other one. Tons of special drills. 1, 2, 3, 4 crystal, 2 glimmer, and 2 metallic. So yeah, tons of specials in this one. DMC code in the right-hand column as always, and those special drills will be at the end. We've got our release paper. If you want to use this in place of the glue, that is, of course, an option. Branding is going to be the same on all of their kits, whether it's made to order or ready to ship like this one was. It's always going to have the jade green border. This is also legally licensed like all of Jaded Gem Shop's kits, so Lioba Brückner has both given permission for Jade to use this artwork and is being compensated as well. Thick plastic cover, super sticky poured glue. I'm so sorry if I make any of you cringe by just sticking my finger in that glue. It's how I test it without putting drills down. Legend and everything down here at the bottom. Like I mentioned in the last kit unboxing part of this video, I am not going to make use of that bottom legend. I'm just going to use the stickers and would encourage you to maybe do the same if you're having trouble with that legend. This, I am seeing some patches with more confetti compared to the last kit, but there's some color blocking as well. So color blocking, especially I feel like in the foxes and in the background. But then confetti in some of these textured areas of her dress and some of the other color shift areas. We're gonna have a lot of special drills to go over. I'm realizing if you want a hint as we're glancing over this, anything that is a number is typically a special drill. She usually does her numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on. Those are usually the special drills in the kit. So like there, you see 1 and 3, and I think the number 8 as well. Yeah, lots of specials in this one. I love the cute little fox faces. Oh my goodness. I just think foxes are so adorable. And then the flowers in the background. So the printing is really clear on this. I appreciate that I don't have to strain my eyes to see what the symbols are and all that good stuff. Measuring tape is here just for posterity. I feel like I usually hear people saying that they prefer Jaded Gem Shop square kits to their rounds. I think I've only done maybe one round drill kit from them. And so, yeah, I'm one of those people that tends to reach for their square drill kits as well. Let's take a look at our diamonds. They also, in this kit, I don't know what the difference is with how they pack it, but in this one, the washi tape and the cover minder were tucked in the pack of diamonds. So we have a carrot. Oh, maybe they weren't deliberately tucked in there. Maybe that was just incidental because they weren't inside the packaging. They were just kind of lightly wrapped. Anyway, washi tape, cover minder, and drills. I see all those specials right on top, but let me at least show you the whole color spread. Okay. So, oh, that's kind of hard to see what the colors are. Sorry, you guys. Maybe it's just the way the drills are. Like, yeah, some of them are, the packs are facing different directions. Well, that's not as easy to show you the overall color palette. Let me give you a look at the drills up close a little bit more. Kind of see here. So you have a lot of blues and grays and then some mixes of peaches and oranges. Now, these are the colors I'm going to be nervous about trash-wise. So I'm trying to give them an initial glance in the bag. I see a little bit of trash, like there's a trash diamond right there. You can't see it there. Why trash drills matter when it comes to square drill kits? Because square drills sit flush up against each other on all sides. There's not really room for error or for other issues. So if drills are trash prone, if they're inconsistent in size and shape or have tabs sticking off the sides, there's just not anywhere for them to go and they'll pop off the canvas. They can be a real headache to work with. So any company you're working on a kit from, if you're running into trash drills, go ahead and let them know because they can't fix them if they're unaware. And I'll also tell you a bit about a company's customer service too. Okay, that strand has some special drills in it, so I'm gonna leave that there for a minute. Here's the last of our colors. Yeah, a lot of lighter colors. There must be a lot of color variation and shading in the foxes. Okay, special drills. So first off, we have some crystals. So their crystal diamonds have a mirror backing. That's what's going to go flat on the canvas, cover up the symbol, and help with the reflective quality of these diamonds. Really well, crystal effect is really the best word for it. So we've got this kind of orangish color. Then we've got, let's see, pale yellow, C444. We have C742, so we've got like a yellow, an orange, and then like a yellow orange. Just a whole little gradient going on there. And then this is like an off-white, C3823, or a really, really pale yellow maybe. So yeah, oranges and yellows. And then our glimmer diamonds, G161. Can really see that glitter coating on these. It's so pretty. I do like that a lot. So that's going to be more subtle than the crystals will. Our second glimmer color is a light gray, G415. This one is more subtle than the blue. And we have metallics. We have two metallic colors. So metallics, that speaks for itself. The light color is what goes flat on the canvas, and then the metallic finish is what's going to be facing up. These are really striking in terms of the effect. I feel like they're going to stand out the most of any of the special drills here. So this brown color, and then two bags of this orangish color, kind of coppery, M740. Lots and lots of special drills in this one. So yeah, I'm gonna need a second to take a look at this ahead of you and spot these. I will be right back again. I think this is gonna be maybe more helpful to go through by special drill types. Let's start with the crystals. As a reminder, we had a really, really pale yellow, then kind of more of a standard yellow, and then a yellow orange, and then an orange. So for sake of ease, I'm just gonna call it like light yellow, medium yellow, light orange, and dark orange. But hopefully that'll make it easier. All four of those crystal colors make up these lines in her robe. So these little squares, those are all four shades of those crystal colors. And then we have the slightly lighter orange color is the light orange in this flower. And then we have the light and the dark orange in the petals of these flowers in her dress. We have all four of the crystal colors in these flowers. We have the lighter yellow and the light orange and the dark yellow in this flower. We have the 2 shades of orange and the light yellow in this part of her robe. This is a line of the light yellow and the medium yellow. This is the 2 shades of orange, the 2 shades of orange and a little bit of the darker yellow in here, all those colors, bits of the lighter orange in these spots, and the darker orange is these dark orange colors over here. And then in the fox's eyes are made up of the darker orange crystal in each of these fox's eyes. And then this kind of swirl in the background, this is the 2 shades of orange here, and then the 2 shades of orange up in here, and then the darker yellow color. So mostly in her outfit, the centers of these flowers are also the darker orange crystal, and the fox's eyes again are the darker orange crystals. So those are the crystals you're gonna find in this piece and where those are gonna go. Now our glimmer diamonds, we had that kind of light blue color and then the light gray. Light blue is almost like a light lavender. So what we've got is there's the light gray glimmer diamond. It's this light gray color you see in her robe here. There's a light gray, both shades of the glimmer diamonds in this spot here. And also all throughout here, there's both of those glimmer colors. So this part of her outfit is just chock full of special drills. There's even a metallic that we haven't gotten to yet because we're doing these, in order. The gray color over here is going to be the light gray glimmer color, as is the gray in her robe. And then this blue color is going to be the blue glimmer diamond, line of the blue glimmer right here. There's the gray and the blue in this area. Let's see, in her hair, oh, that's going to be really pretty. There's, it's not the lightest color. It's like the second lightest color. It's going to be the gray glimmer diamond. So her hair is going to have a shimmer to it. I really do like that. I think that's going to be pretty. We've got some of the blue glimmer diamond in this patch here. And more of the gray glimmer. It's, again, not the lightest color. It's the second lightest in this flower, in her hair. And let's see. The petals of these flowers are the gray glimmer diamond. And then there's little outlines in a couple of them of the blue glimmer. Over here, we've actually got outlines of the gray glimmer diamond in these flowers and up here. And a little bit of the blue glimmer here and in this flower there. All right, so those are our glimmer diamonds. Now for our metallics. Now, it took me a minute to find the darker brown metallic color. The dark orange one kind of stood out, but anyway. That darker orange metallic color is going to be the lines that you see going through here, and also the outlining color of this flower, the outlining color of this flower. Again, this is the dark orange metallic, the center of this flower. Some of the outlines and sprinkles in here, some of the outlines over here, and then the dark brown metallic color is sprinkled in the leaf right here. It's also this dark brown outlining color over here, as well as the top of her dress. It's a dark brown metallic. And then the outlining of the leaves over here, that is all going to be the dark orange metallic. It's also kind of going around her wrist. And in this bit, let's see. There's a bit of this is the orange metallic right here. Check my colors again. Yeah. Dark orange metallic right there. And then they did. In the centers of the fox's eyes, right next to that dark orange crystal, is some of the dark orange metallic. So their eyes are really going to have some glitter to them. There's also some of the dark orange metallic next to the dark orange crystal in the centers of these flowers. So same kind of effect. And then some of the outlining colors as we're getting up here, like there's a dark brown color right here. That's the dark brown metallic. It's also, where did I just see it? The outlining colors towards the center of this flower and coming off of this flower. And we have a bunch of the dark orange metallic. It's this color amongst all those crystals. And then these dark lines in here are going to be the dark brown metallic. We have a dark brown metallic outline going all the way around here. And a little bit in the outlines of the dark browns of those flowers and in the background over there. Pretty convinced that I missed some of the dark brown metallic, but hopefully that gives you a general idea. Something I forgot to mention when we were looking at the special drills of Violet Violence. which, to be fair, those were much easier to find than and to point out to you than this one was. But if you go on the website and are looking at the listing for these hand-charted kits, like I'll have this one linked below. You can go and take a look. There should be a slide in the listing images. When you click through them, there should be one on there that highlights where the special drills go. So if you want to also see, especially for kits that you haven't otherwise seen unboxed and seen where the special drills go, you can at least get a general idea by looking at the listing on the website. But hopefully this was still helpful. So this was Enchanted Frost, and if you get it in square drills, it will be 50 by 70 centimeters. If you get it with rounds, it's going to be a little bit bigger. Now, especially if you're new to the shop, I hope you're still here, and I hope that you'll stick around for just a couple of minutes while I explain a little bit of how Jaded Gem Shop's process works. So hopefully I can help you avoid any potential frustration. So I want to address a couple of common things that come up, especially when I share unboxings from this shop or other small shops on my channel. So first is going to be the price point. Let's talk about it. The price points on these kits are high. They're not going to be in everyone's budget, and for some of you, the value is not going to be there. And that is really okay. It's completely up to you to decide what price point works for you and what is worth it to you, like what features and specific things you are looking for in your experience that make a particular price point worth it for you. So if you're looking at this and going, whoa, no, not in my price range, it's okay. Like it's completely understandable. And stick to your budget, please, okay? I don't want anyone to spend outside your means. That said, Jaded Gem Shop and a lot of other small shops have higher prices out of sheer necessity. Small shops operate under different volumes and circumstances compared to large shops, and that means that their costs are higher from their manufacturers. And especially when you have a shop like Jaded Gem Shop, which is a one-woman show, she has family help as well, but just to be able to operate and make any money, I understand that small shops sometimes have to price things in a way that does give some people sticker shock, and I empathize. So Jaded Gem Shop does frequently run sales. I would suggest signing up for their email list, because they'll often let you know about sales and new releases every week through there. They'll also sometimes tuck gift cards in their emails if you scroll to the bottom that you can take a look at. It's like first person to see it can grab that and use it. Don't tell anyone I told you. So that said, can keep an eye out for sales. I will see, at one point had a pixel charted kit discount code. It was not an affiliate code. I don't make anything from it, just more of I can share it with you guys as a thank you to my viewers. And if that's still active, I'll have that linked below. Otherwise, I just checked earlier and they are running a sale on their website as I'm filming this. So you could still hopefully save a decent chunk on your kits. So that's the first thing I want to talk about, but is, again, frequently comes up. Second thing that frequently comes up, and I know can be a problem for some people, is the turnaround time. So I understand that for a lot of customers, it's like you don't want to hear about what's going on, like how a small shop owner's personal life might affect their business, and that's completely fair. That said, I'm going to give you just a little bit of context that Jaded Gem Shop has shared in their Facebook group and in their, business communication, that she did just have a baby a couple months ago and is trying to get all caught up and stay caught up, and has also run into some issues like a lot of shops have, including big ones, with nightmares at customs and issues with shipping. There was a whole shipment that was lost, like fell off a boat kind of situation, kind of crazy. And unfortunately, sometimes that happens. Turnaround times from this shop are also longer if you do the made to order side, because, well, they're made to order, so they're sent to the manufacturer, they're created, and to save on shipping costs with the whole T-word situation, tariffs and everything, and the customs issues, it was cheaper to ship sea freight, and that takes longer than what they were using before. Jaded Gem Shop does try to communicate these turnaround time windows very clearly on their website, and I think you even have to check a box when you order saying, like, yes, I see what the turnaround time is. And it is longer than if you order from Amazon or from some of these bigger diamond painting shops that carry stock. So it's not, again, it's not for everyone, and that's okay. But the upside to this business model is that there's no FOMO, there's no rush at checkout. It's you can order the kit that you want, the image you want, and have a really high level of customization if you're going for one of the computer charted versions specifically. The computer charted versions, or hybrid charted versions as they sometimes call them, have a variety of size points available. You can choose round or square drills. You can choose if you want to add any particular special drills to it. You can choose if you want to add on grid lines. There's a ton of different customizations options that are basically add-on a la carte. You decide what you want. There's a base price that is like, the lowest price if you just get it as is, and then you can pick your add-ons. So it's very, very highly customizable, so you can hopefully get exactly what you want. And it's also, there's not like the new release rush or something like that where you're competing against other people. It's like you can just take your time, pick out what you want. And, for me, if I know what to expect, if I know that it's going to be potentially a few months before I get a kit, as long as I know that, I'm okay to wait. Like, expectations have been set, and I'm all right with that. But if you don't go in knowing to expect that, or you didn't, read all the details, I can understand why that would be frustrating. So that's the second thing is turnaround times. And the third thing is I just wanted to recap really quickly the different rendering styles. The two kits you saw today are their hand charted, or pixel charted as they sometimes call them, rendering styles. They're going to be much more clean and crisp, lots of details you can see from up close and far away. You're usually going to get more color blocking, and they're available in one size, per drill shape. So it's going to be the exact same render in each drill shape. There's also less selection available in the hand-charted versions, but they are continuing to work on adding to those. The other rendering style that there is much more availability for, and much more selection for, is called hybrid charted or computer charted, and that'll have more confetti and more single placing and have a softer finished effect. The one thing that I really think I love the most about Jaded Gem Shop, honestly, is the artists. The artists and the artwork that they have available is very much my taste and why I go back to them so often. In addition to these two artists that I do really like, my favorite artists at Jaded Gem Shop are Toshiya-san and Mari945, and there are others. I feel terrible. I'm blanking on their names right now. Chrisabug. Chrisabug is there with some artwork that's not available at other shops, and I know there are more that I'm forgetting. I'm just having a brain fart. I'm sorry. But the artists, the artwork available are really unique and very much my taste. So that also can be a really nice upside to the shop, or be something you might find to be of value to you. So that said, I will have these specific links to these specific kits below if you're interested. I also have lots of post reviews. Like I said, if you want to see some completed kits and hear my thoughts on what it's like to work on a Jaded Gem Shop kit, which I've kind of shared a little bit as we've gone along as well, you can check out those videos and let me know if you have any questions or thoughts below. I hope it was okay that I took some time to maybe explain some of the common issues that I do see brought up sometimes, and hopefully, I guess, explain a little bit more. So anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you for letting me talk your ear off for a little while here. I appreciate it. And I invite you to subscribe if you would like to see more diamond painting videos from me. I do unboxings and reviews from a variety of different companies here on my channel, as well as diamond painting how-tos and tutorials, and weekly whip and chats if you want some company while you're crafting on Monday mornings. Either way though, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it and hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you're doing very well. Have a wonderful week, and I will chat with you in the next one. Bye guys.